both.
I
Okay.
started one-on-one,
Yeah.
started to get burnt out,
Oof.
wanted to move everything to, I like that, one to many. Never phrased it that way, but I will steal that. And I love that because then I can reach more people in less time, right? So I can have 10 people for an hour instead of one person for an hour. Now, that being said, and I do think that there's been shifts not only with me, but with the business. Like, what I really found was part of my burnout was working with people that still wanted the hand holding or were needing that. And the more that I got into things and more people, I can't do the hand holding, right? Like, I can do that in a big group because then it's shared energetically and collectively, right? There's something magical that happens because then ultimately there's going to be more people adding to the conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not all on me. All I have to do is hold space many
Mm-hmm.
times, right? And ask really good questions and then answer after the collective. So, what was your I swear to God, I am not this. It's just been a heck. It's been a heck of a week. um
TGIF.
yeah, so but anyways, so yeah, so I still and so my idea is to grow the one to many and then cherry pick my one-on-one because there's something magical when someone is ready to drop the U-Haul and make some massive changes, right? But humans are we and this is probably to your point of the psychology of things, right? There's not a lot of people that are just ready to drop the U-Haul and go, right? Because for various reasons. And so we have to gently let go of the U-Haul. But the cherry picking, I really want to save my energy and the energy of the person I'm working with for when they're ready to drop the U-Haul, because now you get massive changes. The one to many I really like for the hand holding and that community and that support because people start to realize like I'm not alone, or they start to identify like, oh, someone else has been through something similar and they've gotten through it. And so now that connects, right? I guess maybe my question to you is what exactly are you wanting to create with the founders? Like, what is that? What would it look like? What would we be doing?
Well, so on the online portion of it, all of it's like through Go High Level, and so there's technically video modules that would help you have like some kind of education about like future orientation, right? The whole like if you were to ask me like the technical details, here's your airplane ticket. Like the whole premise is to do what's called like acceptance and commitment therapy and like positive psychology so that you can start to outline what your values are, so that you can start having appropriate boundaries, so that the way you interact with your exterior world really aligns with like how you internally deal with things. And so you'd be able to really start addressing like any kind of fear, anxiety, depression, like any of those underlying factors. But it's not therapy because I'm just teaching you all of the appropriate skills and everything else in a video. I'm not managing any of that, but people have the option to do one-on-one with me. Um and then you know, like, so that's like your future self, and then your past self is still kind of that ACT stuff so that you can understand where your values came from, because we all like get them from somewhere. And then your present day self is all of that positive psychology about like your alignment in like what is it your future self wanted or wants and you're doing, so that like presently we're moving towards those things. Because I don't, if you were to ask me on if I had to like be really hard and like polarizing in one opinion, it would be that I don't think burnout's real. I think the conception of us not doing what we are aligned with needing to do makes us physically exhausted. And if you just figured out your alignment in the purpose and meaning of how you're engaging with the world around you, then you wouldn't have burnout.